Hello, welcome back to Within Pages. So, super excited. It is March, my favorite month of the year, because if you look back there, I turned the big 3-0. So, it was my birthday on March 3rd, and it was super fun. I did get some books as a present, and some other pieces of tech that I use for my filming every now and again, especially on the gaming channel. So, super excited. So, what this video is pretty much going to be about is the TBR of March, along with what I was not able to finish reading in March. So, it's going to be kind of like a TBR with a bit on top, not so much, and hopefully I can get through the books this time and at a nice and quick pace, well, quick enough for my taste. So, out of the 5 books that I had for the month of February, I only got around to reading 2. A lot of things happen, like I mentioned in the video prior, but, life is life, and you just gotta continue going. So, the books that I did read was the graphic novel Heartstoppers. Super cute. Very, it was wonderful. It gave me that first crush giddy vibes, and it's just, you have to experience it, like it's that sense of innocence with excitement of, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? So it was just like this cute amalgamation of, I can't even describe it in words, just like sugar fluffiness. Of course, there were some serious topics that were touched on it. Trigger warnings for, set topics. You have the assault that's in the story between the main character and one of the side characters, and it's not pretty at all. But with that being said, the book itself, very easy to get through. It wasn't extremely complicated to read, and the pictures, I just have to show this again because I'm a big fan when it comes to art, and I just love the way that it's drawn. It's really pretty. And then to make it even better, they are releasing a Netflix show on it, and I cannot wait to watch it. They so far have the picture of the cast and what they're going to look like. I'm not exactly sure when it's coming out, but so excited. I cannot wait to see it. I do have to read the others, and I do have them here, so that's awesome. So 2, 3, and 4. So I'm super excited. Yay! The next book that I did read was The Mortal Instruments, City of Ashes. Love this. This is for covers, I love it. Very simple, but it kind of captures the feel. So, I did read the first one, I want to say January. It wasn't part of any TBR per se, because I was kind of already reading before I started doing things on the book channel, but the first book was definitely, out of the 2, my favorite. This particular book, very thick. It's like my jaw. It's like the size of my jaw. But anyways, this book, for the most part, while it wasn't the most exciting and riveting book, it does take what we've already established in book 1. So we're talking about the character, the lore, the repercussions of the very first book, and start laying out the groundwork for how the story is going to move on forward. There was a lot of character development, a lot of twists and turns, and certain storylines were tied up in a bow. Of course, that doesn't mean that we're not going to retouch said subjects, but essentially it is going to be explored in greater depth as the books come along, and I'm super excited because this really is just I just finished book 2. The series itself, and future me will correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to be looking at a 23 book series. I got all of them up on my shelf already, and there's just so much to go through. I think one of the books is almost 950 pages, which to me is way too much to read, especially in 1 month. Probably when I do catch up to that point, that will probably be the only book that I'm going to focus on that month. But I am up to book 3 now, which is called The Mortal Instruments, City of Glass. And this is book 3 in the 6-part Mortal Instruments series. However, it is only a part of the grand Shadowhunters universe that Cassandra Clare has wrote. So I cannot wait to continue exploring and seeing exactly where this story goes. With that being said, City of Glass is the next book that I am going to be adding on my March TBR. Unfortunately, I did not get to finish all of the books, but that is perfectly fine. We're just gonna add it as a rollover for the TBR. So, I am doing both the audio and the book for The Silver Eyes, Five Nights at Freddy's. So far, it's going extremely well. It's setting up a very It's a very laid back for certain moments. However, when the scene really wants to, it creates an atmosphere of, think about coming back to a place that you used to visit, or walking through a park that you used to go through as a child, and you're there reminiscing about it, but this place doesn't feel the way it used to. There's something ominous that is creeping behind every corner, and the things that look so familiar to us now have a different feeling to them. There's something more scary, something more sinister lurking behind the smiles of the animatronic faces. So, cannot wait. It's going really well so far. I've never been one to do audiobooks per se, but I feel that for this particular book, it kind of works. The voices are kind of robotic. I'm not going to say it's the most engaging voices that they are, but it's just the way that it's said and the direction that it went in. It just creates an atmosphere, and I'm just like, you know what, I could kind of chill with this. So for Warm Bodies, love it. This book, unfortunately, I wasn't able to touch upon either, but I am going to get through this particular one. If you haven't already seen the movie, which is how I was introduced to the series first, well, I guess to the book itself, the story, the book and movie, very good. I read the book years ago, but for me, revisiting it with a more grown-up mind, 30, hopefully have a finer appreciation for the arts, I cannot wait to see how the book is, and I'm probably going to end up doing a book and movie review once I get through it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that just yet, but I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see how it all works out, Is the book better? Is the movie better? Or are they just so different that you can't compare? I need to know the answers. Last but not least, there was a manga series that I was reading. It's called Rabbit Stout. I was trying to get through it. This one, just like before, I have read, but this was years ago. I'm talking about 10, maybe 10 plus years ago. I'm not exactly sure. This particular book is pretty much your kind of Saw vibes, A group of people are meeting up because they're a fan of this one particular cell phone game, and all of a sudden they get kidnapped, put inside a factory, a barcode is tattooed onto their skin, and they all come to and see that one of their own has been done in. The whole point is for them to find out what exactly is going on, find a way to escape before they hit game over. So this is number 1 out of 2, and I can't wait to get through it. I can't. So that's pretty much going to be my March and rollover TBR, or THBR, to hopefully be read. Because I can't wait. They're just right there, and they're like, read me, and I'm just like, I'm trying. But as I mentioned earlier, I did receive a book present from my mom, so thank you, Ma. I do appreciate it. So she got me the first 3 in Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children's series. I believe that there's 6 books. It's super cute still, and it comes with a really neat postcard. I like this. Very creepy, but you know what? We all like a little bit of creepy. They have this weird, ominous kind of look to it. So I honestly cannot wait to open this up, start reading it. And I am a big fan of the smell of new books, so love it. And hopefully I will get around to reading this particular series as well. I'm still trying to plan out exactly, well, I guess not plan out per se, still trying to figure out what am I comfortable reading. I know most people can read several books, and that to me is extremely amazing, to be able to retain so much knowledge and information. I could only aspire to I could only aspire to get there one day. But I am trying to figure out exactly what is my comfortable number at the moment. And once I find that, what's my goal number? So I'm not going to be the type of person that reads 10 books per se, but I at least want to be able to get through at least 5 a month. And that's a variation on graphic novels, manga, webcomics, novels, fiction, just whatever I can get my hands on that I'm kind of feeling like reading, hopefully get through them. If I'm able to get through this particular list, I will be doing an updated TBR, so I'm just going to add in a couple of other stuff. So I'm kind of in the mood to continue on with Heartstoppers because I do have number 2. And if that's the case, then this will probably be added on to the TBR. Cannot wait. Along with maybe a couple of other mangas. I did get some new books, as you probably saw in my haul video. So who knows? Yes, será, they say. What will be, will be. But I do want to say thank you so much for watching my video today. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. Let me know if you have ever had issues in terms of finishing up a TBR, and what are like some really cool hints and tricks to be able to read through a few more books than just 2. And like, what's the style that you do it? Do you do them in sections? Do you do an hour a day? Like, what exactly is your strategy? I love learning new ways to better read. So whatever you have in terms of tips and tricks, feel free to let me know. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!